Khan Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and Shalom to the sincere Akyam, spread his truth and sincerity. Shalom. In today's video, I want to go into it's like that a man's reputation or his name is worth more than precious ointment or than riches like gold and silver or money. And the reason I want to go into that is because the Spirit hit me, this week as I was meditating upon certain things. Why certain people ask me, to help them with all kind of things, and then I was like, so these people basically trust me with, these kind of important things. Meanwhile, I'm not a very important person in general, but basically the reputation that you build along the line with being with these people all around you, whether it's in the truth or whether it's in the world, that name that you build up through your mannerism and your character is able to bring you places, man. It's able to bring you in certain ways. So the first scripture that I want to go into is Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 1, and it says, "Good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold." So here it says that it's better to have a good name, which means a good report, concerning yourself, than having great riches, man. And it's better to be in a position of favor than, to have silver and gold. You see? So like I mentioned, because, hey, you can have all the money, man, but it doesn't necessarily mean that people want to deal with you, when you want to do certain things, man. It might be that you have a good name, a good reputation, you can be trusted, and you don't have that much money. But because the people know you, they know your family, for instance, they know the people that you surround yourself with that are reliable people, then people are willing to take a risk, and deal with you in order for you to do that which you have envisioned for yourself. You might have all the money that you can desire, but people know that you are someone that is basically subtle, man, skillful to deceive. You're a liar, you're cunning, and that is a reason for the people not willing to deal with you, man. You can have all that money, but if your name is negative, when people hear your name, they only hear the negative aspects of you. Then that money ain't gonna bring you nothing, man. You see. So here we can see in front of us a website, because I myself always like to back things up from the perspective of how Esau brings it, because we understand that Esau is wiser than Daniel. So they do a diligent search and try to find out a lot of things. This is Ezekiel chapter 28 and verse 3. "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, there is no secret that they can hide from thee." And the reason that is because they do a diligent search, like I mentioned, man. They go into the psychology of things, they go into the archaeology of things, and they try to dig up everything that they can find within their power. Because that ability that they have been given to search out all these things is because that's given unto them by the Heavenly Father. They are in that position, and they have the authority to do all those tests, to give them all those answers. So here it says on medium.com, it says the importance of reputation. "It is very clear that reputation is extremely important, and people who disregard it are doing so at their own peril." You might have people that be like, it's not that important, man, to have a good reputation. But that reputation can eventually lead to your destruction, man. Because if you have a reputation of lying, people don't want to deal with you, man, because you can't be trusted. You know, if you have a reputation of being very dishonest with money, you know, people don't want to lend money onto you, man, because you have built up a track record. It says a lot of people are of the opinion that a person should be concerned with what they think of themselves and not about what other people think of them. Which that, you know, as it reads on, it says it might be true only to some extent. However, keeping in mind the existing social scenario and how connected and visible our lives are, this missing reputation is foolish. Of course, on a larger sense, or in a smaller sense actually, you should not regard or not take it too hard what other people think of you. Because you always have people that want to talk smack, that don't like you, or that they're jealous, so they're always going to nitpick about you, man. But the thing is, if you are behaving yourself in a certain way, and if you're setting yourself up and show up with a positive character and do things that you know you need to be doing, you know, in righteousness' sake, you know, being good with money, not lying, be reliable, trustworthy. You build up a name for yourself, and even though these other people talk smack about you, you know, there's no way that they're able to hold that out, man, against you, because your character is being shown towards all these other people that, you know, could be of more importance than those people that are jealous. You see. So there's a point that's being made in the first paragraph that says, yeah, you know, you shouldn't worry about what other people think, you know, to some extent, as it says in that same paragraph. Reading on, it says, reputation determines the social standing of a person in the society. It is a measure of his or her influence. A person enjoying good reputation is definitely preferred for better jobs and for taking up leadership roles. And good reputation has never hurt anyone. And the comparison that I can make with this is, for instance, the company that I work for. You know, within the infrastructure of Holland concerning electricity, you have like a couple of companies, man, that are outstanding in name, you know, that are well known in Holland, or at least in the district that I work, in the region of Holland that I work in. And our company is gathering up all these other districts to work and do the work for the government, man, in those districts. So this one time I came to the office and spoke with, you know, one of the higher ups, because the company that I work for is more family orientated, so it's not as strict in the order, man. So of course you still need to keep that order in mind. Don't go to the boss directly if it's not necessary, but you know, do it step by step according to the rank. But this one time I was talking with the one of the owners in the office, and I told him, like, I see what y'all doing. You know, you're trying to build up a good name. You know, keeping the prices low, building up a good name, which that is a reputation that's being built up for the company, and through that they're able to win all these other contracts, you know, for work. You know, so our company right now is enjoying that good reputation that is being built up with the quality work that's being provided for a relatively, you know, good price, you know, in comparison to the other companies. And by doing that, they're building up a good name for themselves, which that would eventually be worth more than the richest man. Because if you have a company that makes millions and millions of euros or dollars a year, but the reputation of that company is very negative, like everything that they do, after a couple of months, you know, it goes broke, you know, it breaks, you know, it needs to be fixed again and repaired. So if that's the name that you have, then even though you're well known, you have all that money, but if your reputation sucks, then these companies and these other government districts, They don't want to deal with you. You see? So that's a small comparison, concerning what's being said in this article that relates to, something that I noticed myself with my job. Because it says, uh, it however requires consistency of efforts and actions with character and grace. So the company that I work for, they constantly need to produce high quality results, with um, good employees, man. You see, delivering good quality to build up that name. It says reputation shouldn't be correlated with popularity. A person can be extremely popular, but it might be for all the wrong reasons. In this way, the reputation of a person separates them and makes them special. You see? So you build up a name for yourself, and people think about you, be like, hey, this man is the guy for this job. Hey, if I deal with him with money, everything is gonna be better. He gives me the money back when I need to. He is reliable. He's trustworthy. You build up a name for yourself, man, among the people that you're acquainted with. It says reputation is also important for business organizations. A well-reputed company definitely enjoys a competitive advantage over other companies. It ensures that the customers and clients stay loyal to the company. It also attracts new customers who judge a company based on its standing in the industry. You see, like I mentioned with the company that I work for. A good reputation facilitates easy and quick funding and better sales figures. It also facilitates better relations with all the stakeholders of the company. A company can use their reputation to their advantage by converting it into a premium which they can add to the price of their products and which the customer will be willing to pay, you see? So it has benefits, man. A good name has benefits for you as a person or a company or something else, man, that's similar to this context. It says Apple is one of the examples of a company which enjoys a great reputation in the mobile industry and, to the extent, sells overpriced mobile phones with customers all around the world within a purchase. You see? So if you have a good name and people are willing to deal with you and work with you and take risks, you know? And it's the same within the truth, man. If you build up a certain name for yourself within this truth, being reliable towards other brothers, they can rely on, they can trust you. If you need something from you, or he needs your help, you're there. You build up a name, man. But if you always come late, the reputation that you build for yourself is like, this man is always late, man. He's always late. We can trust him. We can rely on him to be on time when we want to go somewhere with the brothers. It's a very broad spectrum in which you can look at this video. But the message that I'm trying to portray is concerning the reputation that you build with your actions and mannerism, man. Because over time you're showing yourself to be who you are. Of course, there are certain things that you can work on, which we should all work on those things, and basically make the unconscious conscious, which means that without you even knowing, you do certain things, but once you understand why you do certain things at which moment, or when these certain behaviors pop up, you're able to deal with them in a different way. You're able to mold them and shape them, in your benefits, man. You see? And one example that I want to grab from the scriptures is, for instance, lending money towards brothers. That's basically there's some scriptures on there in the book of Sirach. This is Sirach chapter 29, verse 2. Lend to thy neighbor in time of his need, and pay out thy neighbor again in due season. So if you're able to help your brother, and lend him money, you should be doing that, man. What I mean with our neighbor, we understand that the neighbor that is referring to as our fellow Israelites, but in this day and age, those that are the most closely related to us are the brothers, man, that do the will of Yahawah and Yahawashi. These men and sincere females, are the ones that we consider as family. So um, if they have need of our help in the form of financial help, and we are able to help them without getting into any troubles ourselves, we should help them, man. And when we are in the situation that we need that help financially, we should also be able to pay them back in due season, which that also helps with your reputation. You build up a reputation for yourself, which is positive. It says, verse 3, keep that word and deal faithfully with him, and thou shalt always find the thing that is necessary for thee. Why? Because you have a good name, a good reputation, man. So when you need something, people are there for you to help you. And it's beautiful, man. Verse 4, many, when a thing was lent them, reckoned it to be found, and put them to trouble that helped them. And that's also something that you can see with Jake right now. And these are stories that I heard from brothers. I never experienced it myself. But they would be telling stories like, you would lend money to a friend, and hey, you got the money, but hey, but I paid you back, right? I paid you back. You remember? It was like, nah, 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 nah. But meanwhile, you lended money to that man that basically tries to supplant you that you already received it, and now you're in trouble. Meanwhile, you tried to help him when he was in trouble. You see? So that man that lent the money, now he's gonna get an ill name. Like, when you lend him money, he ain't gonna pay you back, man. He's gonna take long, or he's not even gonna pay it. Verse 5, till he hath received, he will kiss a man's hand, and for his neighbor's money will he speak submissively. But when he should repay, he will prolong the time and return words of grief and complain of the time. So when the man needs the help, he's gonna talk. Hey, he's gonna talk good with you. He's gonna be good with you, and then once he got the money, he's basically gonna change 130. It's like a 180. Because it says, but when he should repay, he will prolong the time and return words of grief and complain the time. Like, yeah, I got no money again. Hey, times are hard. No, you know what I mean. Like, hey, you know what I mean. Verse 6, if he prevail, he shall hardly receive the half, and he will count as if he hath found it. If not, he hath deprived him of his money, and he hath gotten him an enemy without cause. He paid him with cursings and revelings, and for honor he will pay him disgrace. So you might have situations in which you're not even getting your money back, or you only get half, and the man that pays you back is basically cursing like, damn it, man, and that's not a good mindset to be in, because this man this brother or this sister helped you out. Now he or she wants the money back. You be behaving yourself like that. That's not a good thing, man. And basically what you do is you create an enemy, man. You create someone that doesn't want to deal with you on that level no more. You're being put in a negative situation, man. The light's being shined on you like, hey, this man, hey, don't trust him, man. If something ever happens with money comes to you, don't deal with him, man. He can't be trusted. And for honor, he will pay him disgrace. You did the honorable thing, but he, did something that's not good. He paid you back, basically with dishonor. Verse 7, many therefore have refused to lend for other men's ill dealing, fearing to be defrauded. Yeah, because those people, are to be an example, man. So if you hear of someone that's like, hey, I lent all this money to this person, I ain't getting it back, and you're gonna think twice, like, hey, if someone comes to me and he wants money, should I, help that person or not? Because I don't want to lose my money, like, money is defense. I want to help because I want to, be helpful towards, those that are around me. But I don't want to be in the same scenario as the guy that I heard this story from. Verse 8, yet have thou patience with a man in poor estate, and delay not to show him mercy. So there's always a turning side to situations, man. You always need to look at the person, the situation, and the name that he or she might already have. Because they often say, just because this one girl broke your heart doesn't mean that every other girl is an evil, basically an evil demon. A she demon. You know, so sometimes you just need to give people a chance as well, man. It says, "Help the poor for the commandment's sake, and turn not him away because of his poverty. Lose thy money for thy brother and thy friend, and let it not rust under the stone to be lost. Lay thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold." Let me see. Maybe there are other good scriptures. Yeah. You see, so this shows you, man, that there's a scripture that I wanna go into. This is Sirach 29 and verse 20. "Help thy neighbor according to thy power, and beware that thou thyself fall not into the same." So yeah, we should have the mindset that we should help the brothers, within the ministry. But we should also understand that if this brother needs money to pay his rent, and you also need to pay your rent. You only have a couple of €100 left, and you give him the money. Now you're not able to pay your rent and buy the groceries, man. So before you help someone else, first really look into the situation yourself concerning your own financial status, and if you're able to do everything that you need to be doing as well without getting into any trouble, then help that other person, man. Then help that other brother. You see, and it doesn't mean that you know this is going to be negative on your name, because you can also tell the brother, "Hey, Ak, I really want to help you, but I myself also am in a certain situation. You know, I'm not able to help you because I also need to pay my rent and the groceries." You see? So yeah, to give a small summary concerning this video, the name that you build up for yourself with your mannerisms, whether you're trustworthy, reliable, it's actually of very great importance, man. It can bring you further than what money can do for you. You know, because people that have no money but have very good reputation will be able to go further, man. Because money don't mean shit actually. Yeah, it's a defense, but even if you don't have money, real friends, they stick with you, man, and they will help you and provide for you, man. Because money can't buy real friends, because the scriptures even talk about it, man. Let me see. Was that Sirach 12? Let me see. Oh. Sirach 12 and 8. Yeah, this is Sirach 12 and 8. "A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart." You see, so if you have a lot of money, man, people want to be your friend, man, just because you have money. But is that real friendship? No, man. Real friendship is tested in adversity. Once a man, it's the same with a female, man. Once a man is everything, a female is gonna stick to him. but it's gonna require a real, a real woman that really loves a man that is, right in the mind, to stick with that man when he has nothing. Look at the example of Job. In Job, the second chapter, Job, he had everything, and then the Most High took it away from him, and his wife was like, "Hey, you know, just curse the Most High and die." Why? Because she is foolish, man. You know, when everything was good, she was there, but when things got bad, she was like, let's throw the towel, into the ring. You see. So when you're good, man, your friends cannot be known then, man. Real friends are known in adversity, man. When you go through hell, whether it's financially, whether it's with different situations, friends are there for you, man. You see. So money can't buy that, man. Money can't buy friends, but your reputation, is able to, sustain, a friendship. You know, are you there for them? You have a good time. Can they trust you? Will you be there for them? When they need help. Things like that, man. That's the importance of reputation, man. That money can buy. So yeah, hey, I'm gonna say it one last time. Your name will get you further than riches. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of great Millstone who teach and rule well, and shalom to the sincere Akim, furnish truth and sincerity. Shalom.